We're doing the 5/16. So let's go. You want it? I want you to do the division for me. I'm going to write it out for you, and then you're going to tell me what goes where. All right. Now, how many times does 16 go into 50? How many? 4 times 16 is 64. 3. All right. Now, what's 3 times 10? 3 times 6. 30 plus 18. There you go, girl. 48. Okay, now we're going to subtract, right? When I subtract, what do I get? 2. So that goes up here, right? How many times does 16 go into 20? 1. How many left over? 4. Good job. 16 goes into 40. Yes, 2 times. 2 times 10? 2 times 6? 20 plus 12? So how much is left? 32 from 40. 8, right. So now 16 goes into 80. Yes, ma'am. Good job, girl. And that's your answer. 0.3125. 0.3125. How's that? Everybody's good with that? Look, if you can do that, then I'm okay. Right? You know how to divide. All right. And I really don't care about doing long division. All right. But everybody needs to know how to do it. Okay. Everybody's good? All right. So now, Jay, -3/20 is what?
-15.
Yes, -0.15. Now, remember, I'm trying to show you how to do better so you can make a better grade. All right. So if you don't know where I got -0.15, now's the time to put your hand up. Everybody knows. All right. You're telling me you know. All right. If you don't ask a question. All right. So right, yes. Right. You made that 15 over 100. 15 over 100 is 0.15. All right, number 4. Do you remember what that was? And if we don't, we just have to do what? Yeah, we just have to divide. All right. Now I want everybody to remember this, but we don't. So here we go. Everybody write it out for me. All right, well, you're thinking about it, I'm going to shut the door. He's got this. What? I don't. What you have to really do, but you don't. You just put in a number, a couple zeros, and so it divides out, right? You would mean there's no set, like you have to 4 or 5. Yeah, just keep adding zeros. You're 100% correct until it repeats. That's an excellent way of answering that. All right. How many times does 8 go into 50? You got it. 6 times. How many left over? Good. How many times does 8 go into 20? Twice. How many left over? 8 goes into 40. You are amazing. There we have it. 0.625. 0.625. Everybody happy with that? All right. Now we do 5/8 and 7/8 and 1/8 and 3/8 so much that you should just know 3/8 is 0.375. 7/8 is 0.875. All right. 1/8 is 0.125. All right. Now I remembered 1/8 is half of 1/4. Half of 250 is 125. That's how I knew those numbers. All right. I didn't want to do the long division. All right, here we go. Number 5. We know this one. What do you think? You're awesome. You are amazing. -0.6 repeating. Thank you for that. All right, you're up. Thank you so much. Those of you guys are listening and paying attention. All right. Now remember, you're not allowed to write down the answer if you don't know something. All right, that's the problem some of you are having. You're afraid to put your hand up and say, please just give me a little bit of help. And then you want to come in and do some, private lessons, or you want to do something. That doesn't make any sense. All you have to do is ask right now and I'll help you. All right, that's all you have to do is ask in class and get your questions answered. Then you know how to do it. You don't have to ask. All right, so here we go. What?
Still don't go like the 8. 5 over 8.
5 over 8. is just a division problem.
But how do you know that 1/8 is 1/5?
What's 1/4?
5.
Right? So what's half of 250?
1/5.
That's how I got that. All right, that's how I remembered it. All right, here we go. 16 out of 20. Think about it. Don't help him. You're awesome. 0.8. Now, how did you do that? Did you multiply by 5 or divide by 2? Yeah, does everybody see you could divide by 2 also? Right, you agree with that? All right, nice, nice. All right, here we go. Now, here's where we get something that's kind of annoying because we're comparing fractions, which means I have to do the division. All right. So here we go, Carolyn. We're doing 13 goes into 11. Now I really need everybody to pay attention on this because this can take a long time or it can take a what? Short. All right, we're comparing it to 0.89. All right. So now here's how you're thinking about this. I'll do this one first, then you can do the next one. All right, everybody needs to listen to me. I'm comparing it to 8. Does everybody agree? So right off the bat, I'm just going to try 8. All right. So 8 times 10 is what? 80. 8 times 3 is 80 plus 24. 104. See, I didn't have to guess in anything. I'm being smart. I'm using their information against them. Does everybody see that? So now I'm subtracting. What do I have? From 104 to 110 is 6, correct? So I put a 6 up here. Now, does 13 go into 60 more than 9 times? Do I have to continue? No, I know it's greater than here now. Now that's hard and that's an advanced concept. So I want someone, if you're looking at me going, oh my gosh, he's crazy. How is he doing that? You got to speak up. What? That's exactly correct. This number right here, 13, goes into 60 less than 9 times. So it has to be a number less than 9. Right? So I knew the 9 was going to be greater. Good summary. Good. Yes, that's what I'm going to show you. All right, that's what I'm saying. You guys get a lot smarter paying attention to understanding numbers. All right, I don't want you to do all the division. Division is boring. Yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, but you also have to find a place on the side to do the division, right? All right, so here we go. Now, this one requires no work because we know that 2/3 is what decimal? She's doing it right now. 6.6 what? Yes. Bless you. Yes, yes, yes. So it's negative 0.6. All right, so now you got 2 problems here. You with me? You got the negatives and you got the decimals. So what numbers after the 0.6 here? What number goes here? 0. What number goes here? Nope. Because it's repeated, right? 6. So now you're looking at 66 and 60. But remember, they're negative. So which one's greater? Yes. So you would do this. All right, that's a lot of thought process there. That's a lot. That's a lot. Everybody good with that? All right, here we go. Practicing. 1/5. Now you're up. Yeah, we don't have to do that problem. Right? Very smart. It's positive. 1/5 is positive. So the other one's negative. It has to be that way. That's the way you're supposed to be thinking. All right, we don't want to do all the work. All right, here we go. We're on, oh, this one's really good. All right, 5/9 is what? Yes, very good. Thank you. 0.5 repeating. Now, do you remember what 6/11 was? You are, that's really good. Wow, impressive. 0.54 repeating. Who remember that from yesterday? Really smart, guys. Really, really smart. How do we know it was 54 repeating, Sadie? Yeah, girl. Very nice. Very nice. Multiply by 9. So that's 54 over 99, which makes it 0.54 repeating. Very, very good. All right. Now the hard part. Which one's bigger? I knew you were going to say that. Why? Because what number's after this 5? Isn't that annoying? What is it?
Oh, it's 5.
It is a 5. Yay. See how hard it can be if you're not paying attention. It's really hard if you're not paying attention. All right, that's why I'm saying we're spending a good bit of time, 2 days on this lesson, because I think it's important comparing numbers. Anybody got a problem with that now? I remember we're trying to make it over 999, 999. We should know all those decimals now. That was really good. Really good. Anybody have any questions? All right, let's knock out 12. Ooh, you got a good one. Anytime I look at 9/15, I can reduce that, correct? What does that reduce to? Let's see if you remember. I'll give you a hint. What can you divide both numbers by? Yes, ma'am. So that becomes what? And yes. And so -3/5 is what decimal? No. Make it out of how many? Out of 10. Yes. What kind of 0.6? Yes. -0.6 and -0.61. Davis, you're interrupting class. All right. So now what number goes after this 6 here? Yes. So now be careful. Which one's bigger? You're awesome. That's right. That's right, because they're negative. All right, hopefully you're feeling better. All right, let's knock out 13. Ooh, this is a good one. 3/4 is what decimal? You're awesome, girl. 0.75. Now tell me about 7/9. Yeah, no, listen to me. Hey, I don't care. It's a 9, so it has to be repeated. There you go, 0.7 repeating. All right, so now don't be real careful because someone missed this the last time. So what's the right answer? Yes, very good. Less than. Now let's remember, always compare the same number of decimals. Everybody with me on that? Compare the same number of decimals, right? Man, boys, you could be louder, I promise you. All right. Here we go. 14, you get to read. All right, so just tell me, I don't care about the rest of that. What's 7/50 as a decimal? You are awesome, girl. And 3/20. Wow. All right, I'm proud of myself. So that one's bigger. Yeah, so that one over there is bigger. All right, 3/20 is definitely bigger. Yay, very smart. Thank you for that. Okay, here we go. You got an annoying one, I think. Hold on a second, we got a problem. Well, we could, but we're working on decimals. Yeah, but you're smart, so you already knew what the decimals were, so you don't have to even cross multiply. You just said 3/4 is 0.75 and 7/9 is 0.7 repeating. True, but to your point, that's really smart for remembering that from last year. So let's do that. Say it. I multiplied by 2, right? 7/50 is the same as 14 over 100.
Okay.
Is that good now? Good for you for asking. All right, speak up when you don't know something. All right, now let's come over here. 34 over 40 and 26 over 30. Do I feel like doing that division?
No.
No, so someone remembered something from last year. In order, we don't have to convert these to decimals. We could cross multiply. So we would do this times this. And we have to do this times this. All right, so over here, this was 30 times 34. And over here, this was 40 times 26, and you make the comparison that way. Does anybody remember that? Right, that's how you can do fractions, and I'll let you do that. All right, I'll let you do that. So we have to do 30 times 34. And these are going to be easy now because let's review. Davis, are you upright?
Yeah,
Are you okay with that? You understand me?
I can kind of tell that it's 30 times 34.
Well, what let's do in your head, what's 30? This is what we're practicing. We're going to do 3 times 30 is what?
3 times 30, 90.
3 times 4,
12.
90 plus 12. 102 with an extra what at the end?
Yeah,
Because we have to account for this times 10.
yeah.
Okay, so now I need you to help with 40 or 4 times 26. What's 4 times 20?
80.
4 times 6, 80 plus 24 with an extra what?
Yeah.
So which one
30 times 34
is what?
is greater than.
Because you thought it was. Am I making a mistake here? You said you thought 34 over 40 was greater. You just cross multiplied. You didn't even look at your answers. You just said, I think I'm right, so I'm going with my answer.
Oh, shoot.
You see what I'm now look, hey, no.
I'm just like, looking at it.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying now. I'm not criticizing, right? I'm just trying to show you, you make little mistakes along the way. If I can teach you to clean up your little mistakes, you can be really good. You understand me, right? That's all it is. Clean up your mistakes. All right. So I'm happy with that. Everybody's happy with that? All right. Let's knock out 16 now. All right. We've done this a bunch. You're up 3/8. You remember? And if you don't, we're just going to divide it. That's okay. So let's divide now. Everybody's doing the division. And off to the side somewhere, I'm totally happy with you doing that. So how many times does 8 go into 30? And how many left over? Yeah. How many times does 8 go into 60? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you said how many left over? What's 8 times? What's 8 times 7? How much? That's what I'm looking for. I didn't hear you. I can't hear you. And I don't. Yeah. So how much is left over? 4 left. And now 8 goes into 40. How much? There you go. You with me? All right. I'm happy with that. 0.375. And eventually we'll just know we've done 3/8 so much. We're just going to say it's 0.375. All right. All right. I'm good with that. Next, 17. Tell me how. Oh, that's going to be 3.5 over 10, right? That's nice. Or I could just say multiply by what? Yes, but you're right though. You're okay if you can do that. You just got to remember about the decimal, right? All right, so multiplying by 5 is better. Multiplying by 5 is better. Is everybody okay with this? Anybody? All right, we're doing good. Next.
It's, 0.32, 4.25.
You're amazing. Positive or negative? Negative 0.32. Come on now. Remember, you're trying to write the answer before the person says it. That way you can tell if you know what we're doing. Tell me. What did you multiply by?
Oh, never, I won't.
That's okay. No, it's good. No. I'm not. Look, right? You're asking. All right. And I can tell you're wanting to do better because you're asking me questions. All right. That's how you get smarter. Ask questions. Everybody. All right. Nobody cares. All right. Uh-oh. This was annoying. 3/16. Right? Did we do 5/16 above?
Yeah.
Oh, so we have to do 3/16. All right. So here we go. Yes, we're going 16 into 3.0. How many times does 16 go into 30? Once. How many left over? Yeah, that's annoying. So now I have 140. So it's got to be kind of a big number, right? So what do you want to try? How many times? This will be easy for you. Eight times. You are amazing. All right. Now, if you want to do 16 times 8, instead of, you can do 16 times 2 3 times. 16 times 2 is 32. 32 times 2 is 64. 64 times 2 is 128. That's how I used to multiply by 8. Multiply by 2 3 times. All right. So how much left over? You are awesome. Now we have another ugly one. 16 goes into 120. 7 times. And that's going to be 7 times 10. 7 times 6. 70 plus 42. 112. 7 plus 4 is 11. 112. So how much is left over? You're awesome, buddy. And now how many times does 16 go into 80? 4 times 16 is 64. 6 times 16 is 96. So guess what it is? Yes, sir. 5. All right. That's just requires a little bit of what? Practice, right? A little bit of practicing. All right. That's not a big deal. 3/16, I always hated those. They're very annoying. All right. And then don't forget the what? That it is in fact negative. All right. I'm happy with that. All right. Let's look at 20. Go. You're awesome, buddy. Thank you. I like it. 0.8. Mallory, you're over here now. 9 over. We are amazing. 0.36. We're doing great. Ooh, 1/8. Do you remember? Say 250. 1/4 is 250. Then take half of 1/4. What's half of 250? Yay, there you go. That's how you do it. All right, you with me? I know that 1/4 is equal to 0.25. 1/8 is half of 1/4. So negative 0.125. All right, but if you forget, we would just do the what? Just do the division. All right, but I don't want you to forget. Eighths are common. Eighths are common. All right, here we go. Oh man. 7 over 16. All right, who doesn't know how to do 7 divided by 16? Anybody? You don't know how to do it? you're gonna cause you really can't divide 7 by 16. I mean, it's not for you to do. I'm still gonna make Jay do it. That means you don't know how to do 3/16. Do you know how to do 3/16?
Yeah,
And do you know how to do 5/16?
well, we did it.
Well, we did it. So do you know how to divide the decimals?
Yeah.
Fractions to a decimal. All right. You sure? Positive. All right, I appreciate your enthusiasm. You want to do the problem. I appreciate that. But no one else feels like doing that. Do we agree, people? I don't feel like doing the division. Davis, you're like zoned out on me, man. I'm asking you a question. No one in the class wants to do this division problem except you.
I don't wanna do it,
Then why'd you raise your hand?
if I don't know how to do it.
I just ask you, you can't okay, here we go. 16 goes into 7. You should have asked me a long time ago. Do you understand that? We've already done 3/16, 5/16, 1/8. We've done a whole bunch of dividing fractions, and you're telling me you can't do the division.
Well, I can't get it, but just by looking at it.
That's not what the question was. I didn't say, can you do this in your head? I said, can you do the division problem?
Yeah.
Yes, probably. All right. So now we've convinced him. All right, we can skip this one. All right. If you already did 3/16 and you know how to do 5/16, then you probably know how to do what? You probably know how to do 7/16. If there's any doubt in your mind whether or not you can divide, you should do the problem, right? But there's no doubt in my mind I can do that division. All right. So I don't feel like doing it. There's other fish to fry here. All right. So Jay, let's see if you remember what 3/11 is.
1, 2, 1, 2, 7 repeating.
You are amazing. 0.27 repeating is very good. All right. What?
I don't know why I think I'm doing this, but I always imagine like 11 times.
No, 9. You're going to turn them to 9s. You want to make 11 out of 99.
Yeah, I know that. Like you look at it again.
You got it now, right? Okay. So now we're on 25. 25 is kind of annoying. Can you tell me, can you reduce that? Can you see what number goes into both those? Shh. No, I'm not asking you. Don't listen to her. She's wrong. What number can go into 33 and to 45? Add up the digits. 3 plus 3 is what? Yes, and add up 4 plus 5. So it's automatically divisible by 3. You agree with me? When you add the digits up, right? If you add the digits up, all right, and they add up to a number divisible by 3, then it's divisible by 3. Now, why am I saying that? Because the division's easier if I do that. You with me? So if I divide by 3, what's the top become? Three goes into 3 how many times? Right. See, I'm dividing by 3. And then 3 goes into the other 3 how many times? No, no. I'm dividing 3 by 3, and then 3 goes into this 3. Here, let me just make sure. This is what I'm doing, right? So 3 goes into 3 how many times? No remainder, right? 3 goes into 3. There you have it. Good. So we're at 11. Now we're saying 3 goes into 45, right? We're dividing this by 3. So how many times does 3 go into 4? How many left over? And now you just say 3 goes into 15. Yes. Right. Does everybody agree? Now it's a little bit easier to do the division. Does everybody agree with that? All right. So now we got to break that down. All right. 15 goes into 11. All right. Everybody's got to do this one though. This one's kind of annoying, trust me. Everybody do it out, work it out. What?
Can you just do 15 times 9?
Why is that?
Because 11 times 9 is 39.
But that's in the denominator.
Oh.
Alright.
Oh.
All right, so tell me how many times 15 go into 110? So 8 times 15. Now, look, guys, when you're doing this, a lot of times just keep the numbers out. So you might have to use them again. So 8's too big. So instead of 8, yes. So 15 times 7 was 105. Okay, so 105. Now tell me how many is left over. 5. Now, how many times does 15 go into 50? That's right. 15 times 3 was 45. How many left over? Uh-oh. So now what? It repeats. Do you agree? Is everybody with me on this? It repeats. So because it repeats, the repeating symbol goes over just the what? The 3. So it's 0.73 repeated. You good on this now? All right, that's kind of an annoying one, but I'm glad we did it. Yes. Yeah, you're right. Has to do with that. All right. Not only just repeating numbers. All right. Not only it doesn't, in other words, it doesn't always have to be 99. All right. Let's go back up. All right, 5/11ths, tell us. You are amazing. Thank you. Negative 0.45 repeating. I'm happy with that. And of course, negative 2/9 is. Shh, don't tell him. Remember, it's divided by 9. The 9 is the special one. Now, listen. Hey, I'm totally good. You forgot. All right. So we're going to just do the division. You hear me? So we're going to set it up as a division. This will happen on your test. You'll forget something. So that's why you know the math. So 9, 2.0. How many times does 9 go into 20? Twice. How many left over? Yeah. So what's the answer? Yay, there you go. 0.2 repeated. You with me on that? So that's a good example, even if you forget. All right, all we're doing is we're just dividing. That's it. So you can always just divide out the fractions. All right, but I hated doing that. All right, I always wanted to figure out a way to do it in my head. What? Yes. Oh yeah, there is a negative out in front. All right, there's definitely a negative. All right, anybody have any questions with that lesson? What time's the bell ring? I forget. 5 minutes? 4 minutes? All right, let's look at 42. Everybody just put your eyes up. You don't have to worry about anything. Quinn, go.
The one to the right is they're equal.
Equal, yes. Equal. I just jumped to 42. All right. Everybody agree with 42 is equal?
Yeah.
All right. Now, here's where we're going to be smart. We can just get these weird fractions and just cross multiply. Right, but I want to remind you, Carolyn, 5 times 25. What's that? 5 times 20. 5 times 5. 100 plus 25. Yes, so this up here is really negative 125. And now 16 times 8. 16 times or 10 times 8. 80. 8 times 6. 48 plus 80. Just a minute. Wait a minute. I said 80 and 48, 8 plus 12, or 8 plus 4. You see what I'm saying? So it's 128 negative. You see what I'm saying? All right, so that's just practice. Now you got to be careful. Which one's bigger? Yes, negative 125. All right, tell me now, kiddo. Come on. No. That's a nice question, though, kiddo. Listen to me. Guys, everybody needs to listen to what she said, which I thought was a good question. This quantity here, this quantity here is negative, and this quantity here is negative. You hear me? Right, so they're going to stay negative. You with me on that? Does that make sense, right? This doesn't change.
It's not one number that's just.
That's
So
right.
then wait, is that a thing?
It's listen to what I'm saying now, because I appreciate you. This whole quantity is negative. If I cross multiply, I'm not using anything about the negatives. The value is negative. I'm just trying to see 525 and 8 times 16.
So will they ever put like the negative next to the 5? So it's just.
It is.
negative
It
5
can
and
be.
16?
It can be. You're right.
Oh.
It can be. There's just one negative.
Okay.
The whole quantity is negative. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Live right now. Do I care about the 2 negative 5s? No. All I need to do is tell me about 1/3 and 3/10. Which one's? No, I know you did. I don't care about that. No, I'm asking you though. Come on, here's, I don't care how you did it. I'm trying to show you how to just look at it and tell me the answer. We know that 3/10 is what decimal? Stop packing up, guys. Just give me a second. We'll be done. I promise. 0.3. There you go. And what's 1/3? How many ninths? 3 out of 9, right? Which is what decimal? Yeah, there you go, girl. So I have to be careful. If I'm comparing 0.3 repeating and 0.3, 0.3 repeating is bigger. So what does that mean about negative 5.3 repeating? Shh. This one's the hard one. Hold on. It's more negative, right? You see what I'm saying, right? That's why that was hard. All right, you guys, I really appreciate it. You got a break, 4 days off, no homework. I appreciate you very much. Today was a good job. Let's cut that. No homework. Unless you didn't get the symbol, no homework, right? Miss Vaughn, no homework. I like your symbolism. I know what you did. Listen, hey,